And we are live. Welcome, everybody. My name is Dr. Gabriella, and I have an amazing person with me here, Annalise Lords. And today we are here to celebrate our book, The Heart of Womanhood. So, yesterday I got the big box of books, and I'm going to open it right here with you guys. Opening the box and pulling out is our book, The Heart of Womanhood
And I don't get mine as
Gathering
yet.
Ceremony.
But
Yeah. And hopefully, Annalise going to have one in her hand soon too in Jamaica. It's just logistics to get it there. Um, and together, Annalise, me, and Gabi and Bree, we worked on this book, and it was published last month. And we are very excited to have it in our hands, and hopefully, many people will read it. And Annalise, I think you found a section you're going to read for us from the book.
yes, yes, it's the introduction. There are moments in our lives that just surprise us. Connections we make that we might not have any idea in the beginning where they will lead us. You might meet someone and later an idea forms and this person becomes a part of your life in a more profound way than you would have thought. This book begins by meeting exceptional women who do amazing things in their lives. Um, as women, there's so much is expected of us, and a lot of us we don't fail anyone. And while we are making everyone happy, we are failing ourselves. This book is really really amazing, and it shows women's strength, women power, and it gives us reason to own our lives because women, a lot of women never own their lives. And in my culture, I think women don't have a reason, we don't have a choice but to be strong. So this book is, I'm telling you, this book is amazing.
Well, thank you so much, Annalise, for reading that section. And welcome, Kurt and Assemblywoman Deborah. Thank you so much for joining us. We are talking about our new book, Gathering in Ceremony, The Heart of Womanhood. And I just received a box of the books yesterday, getting ready to set up a book signing event in my town in Astoria, Oregon. And hopefully, many people will come and join us. And we are just here with Annalise. Two of us were co-writers in a book together with two other wonderful women, Gabriella Trofin Tarar and Bree Wilder. And we are just talking about what was it for us to create this book, and what does it mean to be a woman in today's society? And it's not
Well,
easy.
no, it's not. It's not because we have cultures to deal with. And for me, being a woman means I have to be strong. I have to be sensible. I have to be smart. I have to be aware. I have to be kind. I have to be forgiving. I have to be understanding. And I have to make decisions that makes my world better, you know, because so much is expected of us and we have to be aware all of our lives. Well, for me, I have to be aware because everything changes so quickly. And for us, life never stops. You know, life don't stop for women. And as I wrote in our book that men fight wars, we fight life. Men fight wars, we fight life. We never stop until we
You
die.
have to keep going.
Yes, because we become mothers, grandmothers, great grandmothers, and we just keep on going.
Absolutely. And here is Annalise and me actually meeting in real life in Florida, in the US. She happened to be in a country and I happened to be in Florida, and we made that happen. And we spent like 4.5 hours together walking uh, in different amazing areas of parks and had a great conversation. And it's really interesting because in this woman, I met each woman separately, but they have not met each other. So I met Annalise in Florida, and she's normally in Jamaica, and I met Gabi in Hungary, and I met Bree in the hot springs in Oregon. But the three of them, they haven't met each other, but they all have met me. So it's really
Really?
interesting how it came together, right? But hopefully one day we'll meet all together as well with many other writers. And yeah.
Yeah. Um, I'm going to read a part of our book.
Okay.
Um, as a female, I possess the ability to improve and change our world, but I can't do it alone. With unity among women, we can create a better world for all of humanity. So, yes, women coming together and supporting each other would be the first step. Unity is the best and safest nuclear weapon. When unleashed for good, can help, heal, inspire, motivate, and enlighten humanity positively. And women has the power to do that. Because as a fighter of life, we can do it, but we can't do it alone. We need unity. We need support from every woman out there, and we can do it.
Absolutely. Hi, Roger. Thank you so much for joining. We are talking about our book, Gathering a Ceremony, The Heart of Womanhood. And Annalise just read a section from that book. And it's very important for us to women to be able to support each other and rely on each other. I think, especially now in society, when everything is so fragmented and everything is so fast paced. And I think some of us lost the gathering in community and sharing stories and supporting each other and standing together. And that's why I just feel like this book is so important, because we talk about a lot what does it mean to be a human, what does it mean to be a woman, and we also share important experiences from our lives, from being a mother, from childbirth, and more. There's some great articles in there about um, history and genetics and epigenetics, and just the whole idea that our cells were inside our grandmother. I think it's really fascinating, because my mother's eggs that I became from were formed when she was a baby in my grandmother, and that brings just such an interesting concept for me. I don't know what you think about that, Annalise.
Yeah, cause um, I call it a lifeline. My grandmother was
Mm-hmm.
my lifeline, and through my mother, and I create lifeline for my grandchild. So as women, we create lifelines, and
Yeah.
our action, choices, decisions, and intentions impact our world positively, powerfully, and positively through how we raise our children. So, yes, it's amazing that we create lifelines, you know? And you're right. I'm thinking of eggs. That is so amazing.
Right, because they formed inside our grandmother. So and it's also really interesting when we think about the whole idea of genetics and epigenetics. And, we are a combination of so many ancestors. And when you
Yeah,
look at genetics, it's fascinating in itself. When I done a genetic testing, I found out I have 22,000 cousins all over the world. So you just think about that number, that I am related to all these people in the world. Even though some of the genetic makeups could be just like a few percent, still, we are related to each other, and how many people. And then they are related to other people. And, it's
yeah.
just.
Yeah, there's a connection there that sometimes we can't see.
Hmm.
We have connections that we can't see, but as a female, we all create lifelines. And that is so good. Women is a lot more powerful than they think and they're aware of. And this book is going to educate you. It's going to inspire. It's going to motivate. There's so much in it that women can learn from and create their own women circles. So you gotta buy it.
Absolutely. Yeah. Let's see. I'm thinking I should share a little story. I'm just having a hard time picking which one should I share from the book. Let's see. Mm, I think this would be a good one when we talk about intuition. So the question is, what is intuition? The best I can describe it from my experience is that intuition is a knowing before knowing, a feeling that visits to show us the way towards something unknown. It is a gut feeling that we follow. I have had many feelings in my life that I cannot fully explain why I did what I did, but just felt right. Sometimes these things can be simple, like taking care of something in the morning and leaving 5 minutes late just to see that the drive that I was taking, I just missed an accident.
Oh,
And it's like when you have to do something and then that kind of saves your life, but you didn't even know that what happened. And then those gut feelings and the dreams, and there's so much going into it. And you wrote a big section here as an answer about intuition. So I don't know if you want to talk a little bit about intuition and what does it mean to you.
okay. What page is it on? Because I have so much going
126.
on in.
Oh, but
Oh,
it's different there. It's under the intuition chapter. It's chapter 8.
okay. Um,
We talk about intuition.
well, for me, I like to do things for a reason, and I plan everything. But what I found
Mhm.
out with life is that sometimes when you plan stuff, life has a weird ways of stepping in and change it for you. And sometimes, if you are aware, it helps. Because I remembered on one occasion, my husband and I was going to a funeral, and I forgot something, and
Mhm.
um, he didn't want to turn back to get it, and because he didn't turn back, we had an accident. And
Oh.
whenever we are going anywhere anymore, and we forget, and any one of us forget anything, we make sure we turn back.
Mhm.
So life has weird ways of speaking to us, but being aware of what is going on, sometimes life is telling you, turn back, stop for a minute, just don't move yet. And then time, you just
Check
move.
your.
So
Mhm.
life speaks to us. It's just that many times we are not aware. But my
Yes.
intuition is I listen to myself, I listen to life, and I listen to everything. So
Mhm.
when you're aware, you listen to your intuition.
Absolutely. And there's also a little other paragraph that I would like to say here is that I wrote that listening to our intuition is believing ourselves enough to hear the voice from within, our inner and most sacred sound, the true self. I do believe that just because we do not see something with our eyes, we can hear with our whole being. What do we hear? It could be a little warning sign that something is not a good idea. It could also be a little nudge toward the right direction.
Well, for me, I think life warns me through pain
Mm-hmm.
because I don't like pain. So when I experience any form of pain, I check myself. I go back to the source and I find the problem and then I fix it. But here in my culture, we were warned to listen to our intuition. And sometimes our intuition represents itself in dreams. So we are encouraged to listen to your dream. So here it's different for us because it's really, really important that we listen sometimes to the other voice
Mm-hmm.
because life has ways of trying to get us to understand stuff that being aware and will help. So it's all cultural for us with intuition and dreams. Because intuition is it's power for us, and it's like a guide
Mhm.
for us. So sometimes it comes in dreams, and sometimes it comes in simple ways. Simple ways, like you forget something and you can't be bothered to turn back and get it. And by not turning back, you put yourself in situations that if you had turned back, that 1 minute could have saved
Yeah.
something. Just one
Yeah.
minute. So, and that's life. That's life.
It's so interesting. Yeah. And I think it's important too, like how different things are in like how important the dreams are in your culture. Um, and it was also important. I remember one time my grandmother had a dream that had to do with a young chicken, and somehow that dream was translated into that his brother is in trouble. She just knew that, and um, because his brother was younger than her, so when in her dream she saw this young chickling, she just knew that her brother needed help. And my mother and my grandmother went down to get my great uncle, and he was really sick. He was nearly dying, and they brought him up to the city, and we took care of him and nourished him back to health. But it came to her in a dream, and she had that the dream plus the feeling and the knowledge. She had that intuition that there's something wrong with my great uncle, and even though they lived down in a country and it was pretty far to go to, she convinced my mother to go. There were no phones back then, nothing, and there was no way to reach him just by letters or physically going there. And they were able to save him.
In my culture, we say dreams don't walk straight. So
Hmm.
it has. So when we have dreams that we don't understand, we call some relatives, older relatives in the country, and they help us interpret the dream. And depending on the situation and what's going on in your life, sometimes you can. Because
Hmm.
I had dreams that I remember. I had a weird dream, and it involved the police. And
Hmm.
I told my husband, and he found himself in a situation where police was involved. And he remembered my dream, and he went to the police station. And when he went there, someone went there and told a lie on him. And he went there, and the police
Oh.
the police was coming for him. And when he went there, the police realized it was a lie. So here,
Mm.
dreams are warnings for us. So
Hmm.
when we have dreams, we call someone.
That's good.
You
Yes,
know,
sometimes I have a dream of family, and then I'm like, I need to reach out to them. I need to call or message and just check in or see what is going on.
yeah.
So I think it's important to listen to those messages, because many times these messages we get, because we need to pay attention, need to slow down to acknowledge what's happening. And sometimes in our daily lives, we are too busy to acknowledge what's happening during the day. So then they come in a dream. You are processing and it comes in a dream and says, hey, now pay attention to this.
And as
Welcome, Charles.
and as mothers raising children, for many of us, the awareness goes up.
Yes,
We have to be aware because we have lives that in our hands that are relying on us. Their safety relies on us. So as women, that's another thing. We have to be thinking all the time.
absolutely.
And
So, yeah,
this
go ahead.
book shows you. This book shows you how really important it is to be thinking, because lives rely on you. Lives rely on your decision.
Absolutely. And It is important to support each other, and I think that's what we achieved in this book. Even though not all of us know each other or met in person, we what we done is similar to what we done in the first Weaving Connection book, which was the Walking Across Continents. Is we have little conversations going. You see, this is Annalise, this is Bree, Annalise, me, and um, Gabi is in here too. And let me find her little, yeah, there's Gabi right here. So what we done is we shared our stories, but then other women, the other three women who are participating in the book, they added to our stories by sharing their experiences. And I think that makes this book really unique because we are all collaborated and we didn't just stay silent. We spoke our truth and we spoke our voices and shared what we know about life as a woman in this book.
Yeah. And it's different for all of us.
Yes.
It's different for all of us, but we have a connection where, as females, even though our lives are different, a lot of decisions that we make are the same. And that is so amazing. That is so amazing as women, even though we have different lives and everything is different, but the decisions sometimes are the same. And many times we are
Hmm.
not even aware of it. But this is good. And our experience, it's used to heal and help each other. And the knowledge that we have and that we shared can improve everybody's lives.
Absolutely. Hi, Heather. Thank you for joining. We are talking about our book, Gathering in Ceremony, The Heart of Womanhood. Just received copies today from the printer. So we are talking and sharing our experiences. What does it mean to be a woman for us and um, how we created this book? So welcome, everybody. If you have any questions for us, please put it in a chat. And either for Annalise or me or about the book or any comments, be welcome. Thank you, Heather. Yeah, I think it's really cool. This book is actually taken almost 4 years to write because I originally started to write this when I met Bree, and then it was kind of sitting. I had an interview and a ceremony with Bree, and then it was sitting for a while. I think it needed Gabi and Annalise later to become part of it, to complete it. And when we all got together, within 6 months, the book was written, but it needed to sit, for a few years to get the right people in there. So I
Yeah,
think that was really amazing.
yeah. With different life, different experience, but the same way, the same way to live.
Absolutely.
You know, because being a woman is, well, I do have days when I wish I wasn't a woman, but being a woman, it's good.
I don't know how what else to be because this is what I am
Some
here.
Gabriel, some days it becomes so much because we are
I
constantly
know.
making sacrifices and we have to keep putting ourselves behind. And sometimes by the time come for us to put ourselves before, we never live long enough to do that. So you have days when
Yeah.
it's too much, but then life shows you, say, oh, wait a minute, you're this way for that reason. So sometimes when you
Hmm.
step back, life just gives you a reason to go back forward. And
Hmm.
that's the best
Yeah.
part. Life makes you give you a reason saying, you're a woman for this reason. And you say, oh, yes, okay. I
Well,
think
I
everyone,
like you just the way you are, Annalise, and I think you're a beautiful and amazing soul just the way you are, a magical woman with a lot of healing medicine with your stories.
yeah, I
Um,
know. I think all of us, all women have been here, but life just give us a reason and we just go back forward and say, oh, yes, I'm here for that reason. So sometimes you,
mhm,
you just step back because sometimes you have to go back to get the strength that you need to move forward.
mhm.
So life does that.
Yeah, absolutely. So this book is for women sharing their life experiences. talk about ceremony, women's circles, motherhood, and more. And we would love for all of you to come and join our circle and read our book. I also have an actual women's circle every Sunday at the end of the month, the last Sunday of the month, which is coming up this coming Sunday,
Okay.
day after tomorrow. And it's 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, US time. So if anybody is interested to join our women's circle, please send me an email to dancingelephantpress@gmail.com, and then I can send you a link. And Elise is part of my women's circle. She
So I
comes when she
remember.
can, and
No,
it's really
hopefully.
wonderful. Just it's a safe place just to have a conversation and for women to gather together. And that's also in our book, some stories from our women's circle, actually, with
Yeah.
Annalise and Janine from Australia were the first two women who joined my women's circle, which was my dream to start one. And I was able to start one online. And now it's been going for, I think, maybe 8 months or more, even maybe more.
Okay.
I think started last August. I think we started the first one. It's been a while. So, but it's wonderful to gather and just talk about life and
Yeah.
challenges and
Mm-hmm.
triumphs as well.
Yep. 'Cause,
Anything else, Annalise, that you think we want to share about our woman's book or being a woman? Anything else that comes to mind?
well, for me, being a mother, I like the idea because I love children
Mm-hmm.
and I like to be around them. As I said, the best things I learn in life, I learn from children. You know, um, children shows us a different side of the world.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes when we forget kindness and thoughtfulness and love, being around a child reminds you because children master the art of love and kindness.
Mm.
And I'm never around a child and is ever sad, you know? I like talking to children too. So being a mother sometime,
And a teacher, you're also a teacher.
yeah, is a gift for me.
Mm.
And knowing I can make the world a better place through my child. I
Mm-hmm.
can when I die, the good that I have is implanted in someone and kindness can continue going on in our world. And we as women, we are able to do that. We have that power in which we can plant kindness in our child and the child plant kindness and our world continue being kind, you know. So being a mother that's one of the good parts. Really. We can send good into the world through a child and through our children.
Absolutely.
So that's good. This woman book our book opened doors that were closed. It's gonna stir your
Mm-hmm.
imagination and give you strength and give you a reason to be proud you're a woman. Despite culture, despite um poverty, whether there's no limits here. We don't impose limits because as females, we shouldn't limit ourselves.
Yes.
You
We
know,
should
we
just
can
keep and
yeah, we can be good, be good. Don't limit your imagination or your innovation or your creativity. And as females, you can add creativity to your life or you raise your children. Because what we were taught and how we live determines what we put in our world, you know?
yeah,
And for me, I try to put good, but I realize that good and bad makes up our world. But that give us a choice. And balance has to have a play, you know?
absolutely.
But
So Heather has a question for us for those of us who are barren. That is, just being a woman is way more than being a mother. That's just part of what is for the four of us. It's part of our experience because the four of us are all also mother. mothers, but not everybody wants a child or can have a child. But it doesn't matter if you have a child or not, you can make a great impact in the world through creativity, through art, to sharing your words, to teaching others, and just being together with other women and other people in a community and creating support for each other. That's our hope, that other women will support each other just the way we are supporting each other, and create ceremonies and gatherings and being together and stand up for each other.
Um, Not having children doesn't mean you're not a woman.
Yeah,
And whether you have children or not, you can still do your part to make our world better. And you might not have
absolutely.
children where you can pass on what you want to pass on, but going out in the world and sharing and caring and being kind to each other, you're passing something on. Because a lot of times it doesn't matter what we teach our children, they'll still go out there and do what they want to do until they find that, you know what, as what the Bible said, teach the child the way he should go. No, and when he's old, he'll not depart from it. And whatever we were taught as children, sometimes we have to go back to it. But not being able to have children doesn't stop a woman from changing the world. Having children is just
Absolutely.
one way where you can change it. That's just one of the ways for some of us. But not having children don't stop you.
Absolutely. And some women don't want to have children, and that's absolutely fine too. I know people in my family, and also people who I went to school with, who they said, my sister have 8 children, I do not
Give
want
me
to
a
have any
minute. 1 minute.
children.
Give me a
Sure.
minute.
Because they already have you know so many children in the family, and she didn't feel like she wanted to have that children or have that possibility. Some people adopt children, but it this is more about just being a mother. It's We do believe that women have amazing power when they come together and support each other. And the same way, for example, like when I was sick and not feeling well, it was wonderful that Annalise, even though she's a world across in Jamaica, she reached out to me and checked on me and encouraged me when I was not feeling well. So having women in your life and creating this sisterhood has an amazing power to encourage and
Yeah,
support each other, especially when we are
yeah.
in hard time, but also then celebrate good times. Like we created this wonderful book together, and we are celebrating today because I received them. Annalise haven't received them yet, but she will, and then we'll celebrate again.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Being a female, a lot of us are at the back, but we are the strength. We are the strength because we build lives.
Hmm.
That's what women do. We build lives. We create lives. I mean, God created us, but we build lives, you know, and we are busy building many lives. And as whether we have children or not, we still build lives.
Absolutely. And like for Annalise, like for you, you share your wisdom through children in the school too, where you go and help out. So you can
Right.
share knowledge in many different ways with others. And even through these videos or conversations that we share what we have, and hopefully it will inspire other people.
I agree. So as women, mothers are not, you have the strength, you have the power to change the world. Children are just the tools we use, but find your own tool and change the world.
And it's really interesting because although it's amazing to have children, it is also a lot of responsibility. So many times it takes the attention away from yourself and be able to be fully yourself, because you're always there to serve and help your children, your family. And in that sense, I think some women who do not have children have an advantage over us who had children, to be able to do more and go out to the world more and make a
Yeah,
greater change, because they are not this might not be the best word to tie down, but you are when you have a family, you try to go, but there's so much responsibility of raising children, and there were many times when I worked 2 or 3 jobs to make ends meet, and barely seen my children, just to be able to provide
Yeah.
for them. So it's not an easy path either way, but we can celebrate and come together and um,
As I
spend
said,
time each other as women.
our lives are different, and all of us has different tools that we can use to make the world a better place. Whatever your tools are, just make it better.
Yeah, and take care of
Whatever.
yourself. I think as women, we have a tendency to forget to take care of ourselves, so it's
Well, that's
important
one
to
of
spend
our
time.
problems. That's one of
Yes.
our problems. We tend to put everybody first and forget ourselves. But this book will teach you how to put yourself first without guilt. That's how
Yeah,
powerful our book is. It makes you happy to want to be a woman, and to keep giving more of yourself. Because when you take care of yourself, you can give more of yourself,
absolutely.
and the world can be better. We have that power.
Put that oxygen mask on first.
Yeah.
But they say in the airplane to put the oxygen mask first on yourself before you put it
Uh-uh.
on somebody else. Many times we forget to do that, and we really need to do that to take care of
Yeah.
ourselves first. I started a little practice in the mornings that before I do anything else, I go out and do a little movement and exercise and walk, do a little nature walk, even if it's just on my patio. If it's windy or rainy, even then I'll go out and get a fresh air and do some breathing and thoughts and walk if I can before I do anything else, because that's for me. I love connecting to nature and be outside. And before I attend to anything else, it's important for me to take care of a little bit myself.
I do yoga in the mornings
That's good.
because it helps mentally and
Hmm.
emotionally. So I do my yoga before I do anything else
That's great.
because
That's wonderful.
it works.
Hmm. I know my friend in India, Dr. Patty, she does yoga every morning too, before she
Yeah.
does anything else. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I do. It helps.
Hmm. Hmm. Well, thank you for everybody who came and joined the little celebration of getting our books, Gathering in Ceremony, The Heart of Womanhood. And hopefully you can look into this book. And we also published many other books. And Annalise mentioned poverty just a minute ago. So I'm going to show one of our other books that we have done about poverty,
Mhm.
The Invisible Lines of Poverty. And this is a truly amazing book, also a collaboration with many other authors from all around the world. And the stories in here are also very powerful. So we have published many books through Dancing Elephant Press, and hopefully you guys can check them out. And thank you for joining us today. Until next time, Gabrielle and Annalise signing off. May your day be joyful, beautiful as always.
Thank you
Bye,
for coming.
everyone.
Bye.